Hi guys, so this video is about the ability of looking yourself in the eye. One of the first things that I was told when I first came into recovery was, you've lost the ability to look at yourself. And I was like, oh wow, that's crazy. And I would go to a mirror and I would sit down and I would try to look at myself in the eye, and it wouldn't work. I couldn't do it. It was the scariest thing in the whole world. In fact, it made me angry and it made me resentful and it made me just, I cringed everywhere. I couldn't look myself in the eye. And through the time of my recovery, I've been able to get to a point where I can look myself dead in the face and I can look into my eyes and I can be like, there's Kirsten. There's the person that was lost for so long. There's the person that's recovered. And so this process of recovery is about getting to a place where you're able to comfortably look at yourself in the eye with love and compassion, without hate, without judgment. And like I'll always say, it's a process, but that ability to look at yourself in the eye, the ability to honestly reflect on who you are, on your behaviors, on your intentions, on your desires, of your fears, of all of those things, of your resentments, to be able to look at that without judgment is really the aim that you want to get to in your eating disorder recovery. You want to be able to look at your body and not hate it and not judge it. And maybe, you're a little bit uncomfortable every now and then, but it's a place of love. You're looking at yourself and you're not wanting to fall apart. So if you have the courage, and I really encourage you to do this, and you are just starting off with your eating disorder recovery, I say go find a mirror and just look yourself in the eye, even if it's only for 5 seconds. And just you don't even have to say anything. Just look yourself in the eye for 5 seconds. And through your recovery, try and do that a little bit more and more every single day, to just look at yourself in the eye and try to not have judgment about yourself. And obviously that will progress to the ability to look at yourself in a more reflective and contemplative way. And that could be through journaling, it could be through prayer, or any of your spiritual, religious, or whatever practices that you do. It could be through communication with others, maybe your counselor or your therapist, or a coach, or people that are with you in a treatment center. And that ability to look at yourself is going to be the thing that you carry through your eating disorder recovery. And a really great way for me to check where I'm at with my recovery is my ability to look myself in the eye. So if I go to a mirror and I look at myself and there's an element of not wanting to do that, I know that there's a part of me that I'm not addressing, that I'm not giving love and compassion to. And I know that I need to get on top of that stuff so that I can start to look at myself again with non-judgment, again with compassion. So yeah, if you haven't done this before, try and look yourself in the eye. And if you have a journal or a notebook or something like that, write down a little bit about what comes to mind, or the emotions you feel when you are dealing with this, having to look at yourself. If you have been in recovery for a while, I encourage you to do it as like a check-in for yourself, just to gauge where you're at. Or even if you just want to do it just for the sake of it. Another thing that was really cool is I specifically remember the first time I ever looked myself in the eye after I'd been eating a little bit better. I looked myself in the eye, and for the first time in years, I noticed a color. And I'd never seen color in my eyes before. I'd only ever seen gray. And as soon as I saw that color, I was like, wow, there's that sparkle. There's that Kirsten, that person that's inside. And it gave me motivation to just keep going. So I encourage you to keep going. I encourage you to look at yourself in the eye and maybe take some notes. And if you have any comments or any questions, leave them in the comments below and I'd be happy to answer and maybe even make a video about it. So cool. Thanks, guys.